Hello. In this video, we're going to show you how to check the placement accuracy of the ZM-R750. And simply, we're just going to use a board with a square leader component, like a quad flat pack. And we're going to place it on the machine, and we're going to observe if it placed on the pads accurately. So right now, I'm just going to do a regular placement. I'm going to go mount. Put our chip in the upper nest. And again, the machine tells you what to do, waiting to put the chip in the upper nest. Then when you're done, press go. And then what it does, well, let's look at the monitor here on the left. I'll bring it a little bit closer for you. We're going to adjust our lighting. So here's our circuit board in gold. Just bring the lighting up on the leads, so you can see our component leads here in blue. And remember, we want to make sure that the upper right and the upper left leads are even with the pads. If not, we may have to use the up and down arrows for the head to stretch the leads a little bit. This one here, it's pretty accurate. It looks pretty good. And just for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to show you. Then we want to make sure that our rotations are vertically right. So the lead of the top pad here, it's a little bit off on the bottom, so we're going to rotate it a little bit. So that lines up. We'll use the micrometer adjust to put it in place. And we can see now we're even up and down. Now it's just left and right leads. As we spoke about earlier, I'm mainly looking at the center leads, top, bottom, left, right, because the center area is more of a true, accurate representation of the image. Once it's lined up, we're going to press confirm. We can put our lights on, watch it place, make sure that the component does not stick to the pickup tube, and that we get a clean release. Okay, it's placed. Let's just stop it. I'm just using any profile to mount it. Now turn my lights off. I'm just going to use the solder command to bring the vision system out. Let's turn our upper light off so we can see the circuit board here. Zoom in a little bit. We can see this machine is placing accurately. The lead is right even with the pad on the top, on the left, on the right. So this machine is placing accurately. So this is a quick way to check your placement accuracy. Now, if it was off and we needed to calibrate it, what we'll do is I'll show you right here. We're going to zoom back out again. I have the component set into the screen. Let's turn our pickup tube on. Our upper light on so we can see the pickup tube. Okay. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to manually pick up this component and then check the alignment. So I'm going to stop here. Turn our external lights off because we don't need them right now. I'm going to go up here to my manual control panel again. And we're going to manually pick this chip up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pick up the chip manually using the arrows on our manual screen. So I'm using the down arrow, bringing it down. Manually turn on our vacuum. Remember, we have to open up this extra door here, so we're going to click on the double arrow on the bottom, turn on our vacuum, and we'll bring the chip back up. Go ahead and turn these lights off. We don't need the external lights. And I believe we should have noted our Z position. I think it was around 7, so let's just bring it up to around where the Z here says 7. Okay, now I'm going to bring my vision system out over the chip. Let's turn our vision system light on. That would be the center square called CCD. And we're going to center our chip into the monitor here. Adjust our lighting. And the circuit board. There's our chip. Here's our chip. So we need to get our chip lighting, and we'll focus our chip by moving the head up and down. Now we'll bring up our board lighting. And so what we're going to do, I moved this a bit so you can see it's off on the bottom here. We'll zoom in a little more. So if the alignment was off, we would want to adjust the prism to bring these in alignment. Now, I'm not going to do this on this machine right now because it's calibrated right, but we're just going to show you what to do here. So on the front left and the front right of this machine, I should say the bottom left, bottom right, there's Allen screws. We can get in here with an Allen wrench. These are lock screws. On the bottom left and bottom right, on the bottom side, there are adjusting screws. And when you turn these screws, there's one on the front left, and one on the bottom left, one on the bottom right, and in the front, and there's one on the bottom back right. And you'll loosen these lock screws and adjust these bottom Allen screws one at a time. So normally the front left, you just go like a quarter of a turn. We'll move the component left and right. The bottom rear, we'll move the component up and down. And then this front right, we'll move it sort of a catty corner if it's off, sort of on an angle. And so what you do is you'll just loosen up the lock screw, move the Allen screw on the bottom until your components line up to the pad, and then relock the lock screw. Sometimes when you relock the lock screw, it might move a little bit, so you have to go back there and you have to just slightly adjust the Allen screw to compensate for the lock screw movement. But we have a written procedure on this, so right now we just want you to, when you get the machine, we want you to confirm the alignment is good. If it's off a little bit, then we'll send you a written procedure on how to calibrate it.